Good day, viewers. Welcome to this channel, Trusted Chemistry Solutions. On today's episode, we'll be discussing on the topic the branches of chemistry. Chemistry has been broken down into different branches in essence to understand matter, and understanding this matter, we have to do that in a particular direction. Why are we doing this? Why are scientists doing this? Why are chemists doing this? It's because of the fact that matter is broad. The knowledge of matter is so wide that it will be difficult for a particular or for one scientist to know everything about a particular matter. Remember, we said that matter can be anything, it can be liquid, can be solid, can also be gas, it can be a living thing, it can be a non-living thing. It also can be something that is gotten from a living thing or something that is gotten from a what? From a non-living thing. So therefore, there are three main branches of chemistry. There are, one is the inorganic chemistry. Two is the organic chemistry. And thirdly, number four is the physical chemistry. These three branches of chemistry deals with the study of chemistry in a specific direction. It deals with the study of chemistry in a particular methodology. So let me take them one after the other. Before I talk about the branches of chemistry, I would like to talk about these two branches of chemistry first. The organic chemistry and the inorganic chemistry. Then later I'll now talk about the physical chemistry. Now, for us to get the full knowledge or proper understanding of these two branches of chemistry, we must first of all talk about what matter that are what? That are organic and which other matter that are not what? Organic. Which means if we don't know the matter that are organic, we cannot now say we cannot totally understand and say this is the study of this set of what? Matter. Because in each of these branches, they solely depend on the study of a particular set of what? Matter. Group of what? Matter. The organic matter and the inorganic what? Matter. Because this is the study of organic matter. Why this one is the study of inorganic matter. So you can see clearly that for us to understand the difference is that we must know which matter are what? Organic and which matter are what? Inorganic. So, how do we know an organic matter? Let's go further to the definition of each of them. You can say or the study of matter that contains carbon or carbon hydrogen bond. Why this one? Say, or the study of matter that do not contain carbon or carbon hydrogen bond. You see clearly, we are trying to explain who an organic matter is. An organic matter is any matter that contains carbon or carbon hydrogen what? Bond. Why inorganic matter are such matter that does not or do not contain what? Carbon or carbon hydrogen what? Bond. Now, the reason why this definition or this explanation of an organic compound or organic matter does not end on only matter that contains what? Carbon, is that some matter that are inorganic still contain what? Carbon atom in them. Example is what? Your carbon 4 oxide and carbon 2 oxide. This is carbon dioxide and this is what? Carbon monoxide. You can see that they both contain what? Carbon atoms. Carbon atom, but they themselves are not what? Organic. That is why this definition had to go further by defining by that what? It must contain what? Carbon hydrogen what? Bond. Now we've now seen or understand the fact that what? This aspect of chemistry focus only on what? Matter that are not what? Organic. Matter that do not contain what? Carbon or carbon hydrogen what? Bond. If you also go further to define what? Organic substance is, or you said that what? Is the study of what? Of matter, of substances or compound that are produced by living, produced or found in a living thing. While this other one they say the what? The study of matter, substances that are found or produced in a non-living thing. Now, as we go further, we'll get to understand this topic further. That what? For organic matter, they are found or produced in what? They are found or produced. They are found or produced in a what? In a living thing. While this other one, which is at the non-living inorganic chemistry, they are found or produced in a what? A non-living what? Thing. Therefore, we are now getting to understand what these two branches, and also try getting to understand what an organic matter is, or what a non-organic matter what is. Now also, another thing we must know is that who is an organic matter again? How do we identify an organic matter? There are 4 ways to identify an organic what? Matter. What are these 4 ways? They are, number 1 is you get to know the what? The origin of the matter. Secondly, you get to know the chemical properties of the matter. Number three, you get to know the what? The elemental identity. Elemental identity. And lastly is the what? You get to know the what? The bond of this what? Matter. I'll explain each of them one after the what? The other. Let's look at the origin. To know if a compound or a substance is organic, the origin, first of all, must either it is found in what? In a living thing. Or it is produced by a living thing. That's for what? Origin. Number two, let's go to what? The chemical properties substance. For organic substance, for example, how do we know if it is an what? Its chemical properties. Number one, it must have large the elemental what? Identity. Elemental identity. An organic compound must contain what? Carbon or carbon, hydrogen, so when you talk about the bond of what? An organic compound or an inorganic compound, for a covalent for an organic compound, it must have a what? A covalent bond or covalent carbon, hydrogen bond. You can see clearly that I can also give you, let me give you an example of this of an organic compound, and also try to show you this covalent what? Bond. In an inorganic compound, you don't have a covalent bond. What you have there is an ionic what? Bond. Ionic bond in the sense that what? There's a total transfer of what? Electrons, or there's a total what? Receival of electron from one element to what? Another, making it to be what? Ionic. If you also go further to what? Understand organic compound and inorganic compound, you get to see that we talk about the what? The solubility of that element, or that compound, sorry. Solubility, the conductivity of that compound, the viscosity of it, right? Because organic compounds are insoluble in what? In water. Why what? Inorganic substances are soluble in what? In water. So you get to see other characteristics, how you can get to identify an organic compound from an inorganic what? Compound. Now in organic chemistry, what we tend to do, we always get to study these organic what? Compounds, organic what? Substances. While in inorganic chemistry, we basically focus on the study of what? Inorganic what? Compounds. Now let's look at the examples of organic compounds. Let's look at number one, where we talk about crude oil. Where we can get our what? Petroleum. We have natural gas there. talking about the methane. We also talk about other forms of what? What's it called? Compound, crack. We do the cracking process. We talk about different what? Products from what? From the crude oil. Another example is our what? Protein. Protein in our body. Another one there we have, example there we have is fats. We also have vitamins. You can see clearly that basically these stores or these compounds are gotten from what? Living things. Let me also talk about stuff like what? Methane. So that I can explain this carbon hydrogen what? Bond. So that persons will what? Understand. Let's look at the something like a natural gas like methane. Methane is CH4. That is to say, you can see that the presence of what? Carbon is there. And hydrogen is also what? There. What does it mean by this? It means that you have carbon sharing what? Electrons with what? Hydrogen. These lines here shows the what? The carbon hydrogen what? Bond. This is it. Carbon hydrogen bond. Look at it here. Carbon hydrogen bond. Look at it. Carbon hydrogen what? Bond. Some persons will still find it difficult to understand how these bonds are being what? Produced or gotten. If you look at the outermost shell of what? Of carbon, there you have 2 electrons in the innermost, then what? 4 electrons in its what? Outermost what? Shell. You get to see that what? The outermost shell of carbon is what? Is 4. Is containing what? 4 electrons. It still needs what? 4 electrons to what? To be complete. So what does it do? It now reacts with what? Share electrons with who? With 4 atoms of what? Hydrogen. You can see clearly here that there's no transfer of electron, rather there is a what? There is a share of what? Electron. Where each atom of what? Hydrogen is what? Is complete. And the outermost shell of what? Carbon is also what? Complete. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and what? 8 is complete. You see, this shows you the what? Chemical structure of what? Of methane. And this shows you how this chemical structure is what? Is gotten. So now we've seen the what mean by what? The carbon, hydrogen bond. When I'm teaching organic chemistry, we'll talk about this further. Also, when I'm talking about chemical combination, we'll get to see how elements can react with each other. How we can identify if a reaction is possible or impossible. Right? We're going to see how these things are what? Compatible. Why we say elements are what? Compounds are what? Ionic or what? Anionic. Like that of who? Organic compounds, they are what? Covalent in nature. That is to say, they don't give out electrons. They what? They share electrons. Now, somebody want to ask, why is carbon used as a case study to describe an organic compound or an organic substances? It's because of the fact that what? It's only carbon that have this total responsibility. Or it can never what? Do what? Transfer electron. It can only share. And when it's sharing, it's sharing the whole electron in its outermost shell. Whoever I want to react with what? Carbon must come with the readiness to share the 4 electrons in the outermost shell of who? Of carbon. That is why it is used as what? As a foundation of organic compounds. Apart from carbon, there is no, and it's only carbon that have the right or the ability, the property to react with itself with the four outermost electron in the outer in its shell. I hope with this, somebody wants to, okay, fine, let's go to the examples of inorganic or substance. We have things like metals. We have things like salts. We have things like catalysts. Don't forget, another example we can have here is what? Polymers. Talking about number 5. Talk about plastics. Plastic is also an example of what? An organic what? Substance. So I believe with this, we'll now understand the difference between organic chemistry and inorganic chemistry. In the process, we've also learned how to identify organic substances and inorganic what? Substances. I hope this helps, and I know it is. Your job is to solve problem. Which area you want to solve the problem of this world? Organic matter or inorganic matter? Don't forget to like this channel, share this channel, subscribe to this channel, such that as soon as the next episode is uploaded, you'll be notified, and we'll get to progress alongside each other. Thank you, and we'll meet again. Bye. Let's look at the third branch of chemistry, which is the physical chemistry. It deals with the study of the force present or energy possessed by a matter. In this field of chemistry, the scientist or the chemist is only focused on the study of what? The forces present or acting on a matter. The forces acting on a matter, or the forces present, or you can use the word the energy possessed by a what? By a matter. Under this topic, you talk about example, the study of what? Energy transfer. Example is the study of energy transfer. Talking about thermodynamics. That's an example of what? Physical what? Chemistry. Thermodynamics. Talking about what? Energy what? Transfer. You can also talk about energy transformation. Energy transformation. I don't think there's anything much to discuss in what? In physical what? Chemistry. Because it is direct. Right? Unlike the organic and inorganic what? Chemistry. In physical chemistry, we really want to talk about the physical what? Characteristics. In physical chemistry, we are only concerned about the forces present. or the what? The energy possessed by a what? By a matter. It is direct. Nothing much to talk about. Although there are other examples, right? But let's just take an example where as you go forward, you talk about more knowledge of what? Thermodynamics. Thermodynamics is a broad topic or broad course. It's a course of its own. Let's talk about energy transfer, right? So as we go further, we get to understand more and more. Like I said, there's anything you don't understand, there's any topic you don't understand, please do not fail to go to the comment section and make it known to me. And I hope I'll be able to respond and answer your questions. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel, like this channel, and do what? Share. If, for example, you need a teacher, online teacher, you can contact me also. I have an online class with you, and I bet you your life in science will not remain the same. It will definitely going to improve. Your perspective, your mentality of science will improve. You know, one of the most things we have in those days as an issue is that our science students, our science teachers do not really themselves understand science. So now that you are still very young, it's never too late, although it's never too late. But now that you are very young, you can do a lot of exploits if you are able to understand science at an earlier stage. So please, do not forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like to this channel, Trusted Chemistry Solutions. Have a nice day.